Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Reed. Senator Fischer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. West, obviously these drones are only going to be useful if our service members are prepared to use them. So how's the department incorporating unmanned warfare into the combat training of our troops as they're preparing logistically and operationally how to face the realities of fighting with these drones?
Senator, it's a terrific question. I'd like General Marks to weigh in as well. But you know, we are going to start to deliver small drones in volumes that will require the services to establish training hubs, schooling, and obviously there are doctrinal changes that are already underway. So the question is as bureaucrats that we have is to how do we ensure that there's sustainment for the drones and that we're delivering the drones that the services want to use in combat and that the services are prepared to absorb and inhale. And I think General Marks will have better expertise than I do on this.
General.
Thank you, Senator, for the question. So drone dominance powered by the DOG Insights ensures that systems we procure meet warfighter demands. So the DOG connects those capabilities to operational and service modernization efforts. So we have to be tied at the hip with the services and sharpening that tip of the joint force spear. Through the DOG efforts, what we do is have the operators working with the engineers, working with the acquisition professionals, and they run it through the systems through their paces, stress testing every step of the way. Ultimately, they will develop the doctrine for employing these systems, and then it will be required by the services to train the larger force.
How quickly do you think you can get the drones out to these men and women? Mr. Metz.
Senator, for phase one of the drone dominance program on the small UAS, we'll be delivering drones this month.
General Marks, how's the department coordinating efforts to make sure that we don't just have the offensive drone capabilities, but how are we going to be able to train and be able to field the counter-drone systems as well? I'm sure you have plans for that.
Thank you, Senator. Well, actually, we focus in the DOG on the offensive side of the house, where the JIATF, the Joint Interagency Task Force 401, led by Brigadier General Matt Ross, is the ones that are working on the counter-UAS and working through the development and then also the training piece of that capability.
The drones.
Sorry
yes,
to
sir,
interrupt
Mr.
you,
West.
Senator.
Are the drones that you were working on now, though, they can be used both offensively and defensively, right?
Yes, ma'am. Many of the counter strategies that we're seeing evolve across battlefields around the world are using small drones as a kinetic force, as a counter. In our phase two in August, where we'll intend to buy another 50 or 60,000 drones, the Joint Interagency Task Force 401 that General Marks mentioned, which is coordinating the counter-UAS strategies inside the department, will be part of that gauntlet, attempting to knock down all the drones that our company, our vendors are actually putting up in the air. And the ambition is to iterate jointly with them as we go forward with the program.
Mr. West, were you going to add anything to that?
No, Travis was my college coxswain, so he usually does the talking and I do the rowing.
That's not what I heard.
As you look at Ukraine, and obviously they've shown all of us how war is changing, but as you're looking at their experience in manufacturing drones, how are you incorporating that? Whoever wants it.
I appreciate the question, Senator. So the goal of the drone dominance program fundamentally is to build a U.S. industry around small drones. Today, the best drones in the world, in terms of battlefield capacity and in terms of their scalability at the manufacturing level, are in Ukraine. And so recognizing my time's about to run out, we can speak more about this, but one of the goals of the program was to convince some of the most sophisticated drone companies in the world to bring manufacturing here, so that we have the benefit for the warfighters of the best systems at scale.
And have you convinced them?
With your demand signal. So
Thank
we
you.
have, we're going to place orders, and those orders are bringing these companies to the U.S. to manufacture in the U.S.
Thank you.